Part 1. The Beginning. Every year, deep beneath the Mongolian steppe, a group of elderly women, known only as the keepers, descend into a cave system that has never been mapped. They carry nothing but a Nokia 3310 and a thermos of soup. Inside the cave lives a creature called Derek. Derek has been generating 25-digit alphanumeric strings since 1987, and nobody knows why. He doesn't eat. He doesn't sleep. He simply produces keys at a rate of 4 per hour and slides them under a gap in the cave wall. The women collect the keys, transcribe them onto rice paper, and fax them to a warehouse in Bruges. From Bruges, they are sorted by a man called Peter, who has never once used a computer. He sorts them purely by smell. cdkeys.com was founded specifically to intercept Peter's fax machine. The legal battle is ongoing. Part 2. Who is Derek? Very little is known about Derek. What we do know has been pieced together from 3 sources. A partially burned document recovered from a recycling center in Ulaanbaatar in 2003. A single photograph that experts have described as inconclusive. And the testimony of a Norwegian fisherman named Bjorn, who claims to have met Derek briefly in 1994 and described him as, quote, fine, quite normal actually, had a good handshake. Bjorn has not been available for further comment. His boat was found empty off the coast of Bergen in 2006. The keys found on board have never been explained. Derek is believed to be approximately 340 years old. This is not considered unusual in his field. He has never missed a day of work. Not once in 37 years has Derek failed to produce his 4 keys per hour. During the Great Cave Flood of 2009, when water levels rose to approximately chest height, Derek continued generating. The keys produced during that period are slightly damp. Collectors pay a premium for them. There is a collector's market for Derek's keys. This is not widely discussed, but it exists. A damp 2009 key in good condition sold at a private auction in Geneva in 2019 for an amount described in the catalog only as significant. The buyer attended via telephone. The telephone was answered by someone who was not the buyer. Nobody questioned this. Derek does not know about the collector's market. He would not care. Derek does not have feelings about keys. He has never expressed an opinion on any topic. The only documented communication from Derek is a note slid under the cave wall in April 2011 that read simply, "More soup, please." The soup was provided. The brand requested was Heinz tomato. This was noted by several intelligence agencies and then quietly filed away under a category that does not officially exist. Part 3. The Keepers. The women who collect Derek's keys are known as the Keepers. There are currently 11 of them, ranging in age from 67 to 94. The eldest, referred to only as the Senior Keeper, has been descending into the cave since 1971. She has never spoken publicly about what she has seen down there. She has, however, on 3 separate occasions described the experience as fine. The keepers are not paid in money. They are paid in a currency that predates modern financial systems and cannot be exchanged at any known bank. Several attempts have been made to establish its value. The most recent, conducted by an economist at the University of Oslo in 2017, concluded only that the currency appears to be worth exactly what it needs to be worth at any given time. Before the paper was retracted for reasons the journal has declined to explain. Recruitment to the keepers is not advertised. Women are approached in their mid-60s by a representative who arrives unannounced, shares a specific piece of information about the candidate that they have never told anyone, and then leaves without further explanation. Those who wish to join know how to make contact. Those who do not wish to join find that they forget the encounter within 72 hours. The Nokia 3310s carried by the keepers have no SIM cards. Nobody has established what they are for. When asked, the senior keeper said they were for emergencies. When asked what kind of emergencies, she said the usual kind, and changed the subject. Part 4. Peter and the Warehouse. The warehouse in Bruges, where Derek's keys are sorted, occupies a building that does not appear on any municipal planning record. The building has existed, according to local residents, for as long as anyone can remember, which in Bruges means since approximately 1340. Peter has worked there since 1987. He arrived on a Monday, sat down at the sorting desk, and has not left the building since. Meals are brought to him by a rotating cast of individuals who have never been identified, despite considerable investigative effort. The meals are always the same: a bread roll, a small piece of cheese, and a glass of water at precisely 18 degrees Celsius. Peter sorts the keys by smell. This has been observed on 6 occasions by researchers granted brief access to the warehouse. None of them could detect any difference in smell between the keys. Peter, when asked to explain his methodology, said that each key has a distinct and obvious character, and seemed genuinely surprised that this required explanation. The fax machine through which Peter receives Derek's keys is a Brother Fax 727 purchased in 1991. It has never been serviced. It has never malfunctioned. When a technician was sent to inspect it in 2015, he reported that the machine appeared to be in perfect working order and that the toner cartridge, which had not been replaced since installation, was still showing as full. The technician submitted his report and then requested an immediate transfer to a different department. The request was granted without question. cdkeys.com was founded in 2010 with the explicit purpose of intercepting Peter's fax transmissions before they could be processed through official channels. The legal case entered its 14th year in 2024. The presiding judge retired in 2021 and has been replaced 3 times. Each replacement judge has requested a full briefing on the case, read approximately 40 pages of the case documents, and then requested a transfer to family law. The case continues. Part 5. The keys themselves. A CD key is not generated randomly. This is the fundamental misconception at the heart of the entire software licensing industry. Each key contains information. Specifically, each key contains a record of the exact atmospheric conditions in the cave at the moment of its generation, encoded in the 3rd through 7th characters of the sequence. Derek does not do this deliberately. It simply happens. Researchers at a facility that cannot be named discovered this pattern in 2004 and have been trying to decode it ever since. What they have established so far. The keys generated during thunderstorms produce software that runs slightly faster than average. Keys generated during periods of unusual cave silence, of which there have been 3, produce software that occasionally pauses for no reason and then continues as if nothing happened. Keys generated on Derek's birthday, the date of which is not known but is believed to fall sometime in mid-October, cause the licensed software to display, once and only once, a single frame of an image that no one has been able to capture clearly enough to identify. Those who have glimpsed it describe it differently. Some say it is a landscape. Some say it is a room. One researcher said it was a kitchen, and that there was soup on the stove, and that the soup appeared to be Heinz tomato. And then she stopped talking about it, and has not discussed the project since. The price of a Windows 11 Pro key on cdkeys.com is currently £9.49. Derek does not know this. Derek does not know what Windows is. Derek does not know what a computer is. Derek generates the keys because that is what Derek does. 4 per hour. Every hour. Since 1987. Part 6. The Epilogue. The cave has never been mapped. Expeditions have been attempted on 4 occasions. The first returned after 6 hours, reporting that the cave system was larger than expected, and that they had heard something that sounded like humming. The second returned after 2 hours and refused to describe what they had seen, but unanimously agreed to donate their equipment to a local charity and never go back. The third expedition did not return. Their Nokia 3310s were found at the cave entrance, arranged in a neat pile, each one showing a full battery despite having been in the cave for 11 days. The fourth expedition has not yet taken place. It is scheduled for sometime in 2026. Volunteers are still being sought. The listing describes the role as fieldwork in a remote location and notes that experience with rice paper transcription is preferred but not essential. The soup will be provided. Heinz tomato. As always,